Hi guys, this is Anjas sir and you are dealing with me along with the Tech Science channel on the YouTube, and today we are discussing the second last point of the heat chapter, and the name of the point is principle of the heat exchange. Okay, here the name of the point is principle of heat exchange means of course you have like a meaning that somewhat the exchange of the heat is going on, and for the reason I draw the diagram. This is the diagram where here a box is there. Inside the box there are two objects are there. The red color is nothing but the hot object, meaningful, and the cold object is green in color. Okay, here this box having a specialty, it is a heat resistant box. Okay, it is a heat resistant box. What is the purpose? The purpose is just the exchange of the heat energy is in between within the box only. No energy will be goes out of the box, and none of the energy come inside the box which is from the environment, and for the reason we arrange such two things. And here this scenario is basically for what purpose? It is used to study the principle of the heat exchange. Now this is the hot object, this is the cold object, and we are placed within a heat resistance box. Now what happened here? The hot object, what about the hot object? As we know, the hot object temperature, if I ask about the concept of temperature, and if I ask about the concept of heat energy, so here there is a loss of heat energy. The heat energy will be lost. And what about temperature? The temperature of the hot object goes on reducing. In short, I am using the word low or reduced. It means that hot object loses the heat energy, and that is accepted or that is absorbed by the cold object. So what about the cold object? This cold object, in the same manner we have the two concepts. The first is called temperature, second is called heat energy. So what amount of temperature, like heat energy, that is lost by the hot object, that much of heat energy gained by the cold object, and because of this gain the temperature will be goes on increasing. For what? It is for the cold object. So these are the two things are generally happen in the scenario of this principle of the heat exchange. Am I right? Now observe what happened here. Here the principle. Now the question is what? The exchange, or we can say that the hot object loses the heat energy and the cold object gains the energy. It is up to how much extent? ये कब तक चलेगा? Till the one thing is that, what is that? Here the temperature of both object when it is same, means the heat energy which is absorbed by the cold object is equal to the heat energy lost by the hot object. When the temperature will be reduced, especially for the hot object, and the temperature of the cold object goes on increasing till both having the same temperature. It means that here the isolations, or we can say that it may be sync. If when both of the object get sync with each other, when the level gets same, then the exchange of the heat energy, or we can say that like the loss of the heat energy and gain of the heat energy, it gets stopped up to the extent when the temperature of the both objects are same. And now this is what the principle of heat exchange. We can say that, in short, we can say that the hot object loses the heat energy is equal to the cold object gains the heat energy. Both the contents are the same. Both the contents are same. This is what the principle of the heat exchange. Okay, so a very simple point. It is basically for 10th standard of state board as well as the CBSE pattern, where we can practically also see the hot object and the cold object exchange. If you have the heat resistant box, there is no any kind of heat will be gain or come inside the heat resistant box, then it will be very easy to understood how much heat energy lost by the hot object is equal to the heat energy gained by the cold object. A very short point. It is called the principle of heat exchange. Okay, thank you.